Hey Hannah, it's AFI Redux today.
Yeah?
You know what we're doing?
What are we doing?
Lawrence Arabia on ice. Welcome to Pete and Hannah's Watch List. I'm your host, Pete Mitchell. I'm here with my great co-host, Hannah.
Hello, people.
Hannah, we're here today for AFI Redux, where we're trying to figure out the greatest assemblement of movies ever. And we're working our way through we did the AFI 10-year revisited, and now we're doing the original list, picking out all the movies that we haven't done yet. And then next week, huge week, we'll tell you about that at the end of the show. But today, as that funny little intro said, it's Dr. Zhivago, which I've nicknamed this movie Lawrence of Arabia on ice.
Yes, you have.
We'll go into that. In my hot take today, I've got a hot take that you seem to be believing this one.
Yeah, this is pretty funny.
Hannah, have you seen this movie before?
No, I'd never seen this one.
We watched this movie on HBO Max. You can also rent it, and it's available on DVD and also Blu-ray as well.
Yep.
It is one for definitely a buy. It's on definitely on my buy list. Dr. Zhivago is directed by the great David Lean. And David Lean we've had on the list already with Bridge of the River Kwai and Lawrence of Arabia, which is...
Yes, aforementioned, yes, movie.
Dr. Zhivago with sand.
Yeah, with sand.
Robert Bolt. Now, Robert Bolt, he had a great career. He did Lawrence of Arabia, also Dr. Zhivago, but he also did A Man for All Seasons, and he also did The Mission, which a 1986 movie, poked fun out a little bit in the Holiday with Jack Black plays the music. But that is a fantastic movie, and what a career he had, Robert Bolt. It's based on the 1957 novel Dr. Zhivago by Boris Pasternak. Now, he won the Nobel Prize for Literature, but had to turn it down because the Russian government thought that it was poking fun at Russia, and the Soviet government had to turn it down. An interesting story about this guy because his life sort of mirrors Yuri Zhivago, and all his family left, and the fellow writers moved down south where the whites were in control, and not white people, the whites political party. He stayed, and he was on an execution list with the Great Purge. End up meeting Stalin and convincing him to spare his life. It'd be more, beneficial to the government if he kept alive. In World War II, he went to the front and read poetry to the soldiers. He had a really interesting life. It's a interesting read about Boris Pasternak. So he started writing this novel in the early 1900s. Ended up finishing it in 1955. It was denied publication in the USSR. The novel got smuggled out in Italy and became one of the biggest bestsellers of all time. So that's so cool. Boris Pasternak and Dr. Zhivago. That's why this movie we're talking about today. Carlo Ponti. Now, Carlo Ponti, along with Dino De Laurentiis, he's credited to reviving the Italian film industry after World War II in the 50s and 60s. He also was married to the great Sophia Loren.
Oh.
Yep. Yep, yeah. He was. He won an Academy Award for Best Foreign Feature with La Strada in 1954. So that is... imagine marrying Sophia Loren. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. We'll go through the cast a little bit later, but Freddie Young was the cinematographer. Now, Freddie Young actually picked up this after David Lean got into a fight. We'll go through that in our production notes. And so Freddie Young had worked with David Lean before, and he won an Academy Award for Lawrence of Arabia. He also won it for Dr. Zhivago, and he won it also for Ryan's Daughter, which is all directed by Lean. So what an amazing career Freddie Young had.
I mean, gorgeous films.
Yes. Norman Savage was the editor. Norman Savage edited The Wild Affair by John Kirsch and David Lean in this year. Also, he edited Three Bites of the Apple, Prudence and the Peel, Ride's Order, which is directed by Lean, and Lady Caroline Lamb. So he had a good career as well. So, that's one thing that David Lean definitely did with these movies. He had great craftsmen on these movies, and he kept those people around, and that's why he was nominated for, multiple Best Pictures. Maurice Jarre was a French composer, and he composed the music for Dr. Zhivago. He also did The Mission. Also did Gorillas in the Mist. He also did Ghost. Did The Longest Day. He did Grand Prix. Sorry, the great James Garner. And he also did Fatal Attraction in 1987.
Wow.
So, great thriller trash movie, that one.
Wow.
This movie was distributed by MGM, and it was part of that big buy-up of Turner Classic Movies. Became a Warner Brothers, and that's why it's on HBO Max. Release dates. Released in the US 22nd of December 1965. It goes for 193 minutes, which includes an overture that goes for 3 minutes, and a intermission that goes for a minute and 30. Minute 30? It was a bit longer, but about 2 minutes. Our budget was $11 million. How did this only cost $11 million? I know $11 million in 1965 was a huge amount of money, but seriously, this movie looked friggin' amazing. Box office. Okay, so the box office, this movie, adjusted for inflation, is the 9th highest grossing movie of all time. It made $111 million in its first theatrical run in Canada, US, all around the world. But this is a stat that just astounded me when I was reading it about this movie. 248 million tickets was sold. So if you equate that into the money that is sold for tickets now, and you would have had IMAX and all those things, this movie would have made over $2 billion.
Wow, easy.
Can you believe that? That is amazing. And do you know what? It came out the same year as another movie that is also in the top 10 for movies adjusted for inflation.
Yeah.
That is The Sound of Music. It got trounced. Sound of Music trounced Dr. Zhivago.
Yeah, it was.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, incredible films.
Incredible films.
Incredible.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Before we go into production, let's talk about the cast. So you got Geraldine Chaplin as Tonya Gromyko, which is Yuri's wife. Geraldine Chaplin is the daughter of Charlie and Una Chaplin, and is the mother of Una Chaplin, who was in Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Yes.
Geraldine Chaplin was found by David Lean as she was a ballet dancer. And and got given this role. She's had been in heaps of movies. Geraldine Chaplin. What was her last movie that she did? I've been looking.
You're looking. Yes.
She starred in. She played her own grandmother in the movie Chaplin, directed by Richard Attenborough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what
That's
a
an interesting.
what a life she had. She was in Robert Altman's Nashville as well. She had a good career as well. Okay, now, right. Let's talk about Julie Christie. Julie Christie is amazing. This, and you know what the thing about Julie Christie is?
What is the thing?
She played Larissa. She ended up getting nominated for not this movie, but another movie she did that year, Darling, ended up winning.
Wow.
So she had two massive movies. One that gave her an Academy Award, and then this movie she's absolutely brilliant in.
Yeah.
Julie Christie plays Larissa. Was found in a small movie in 1963 by David Lean. Got picked up. What a career she had. She did a lot of movies with Roy Beatty, including the great Heaven Can Wait. I love Julie Christie. She looks absolutely stunning in this movie. Born and raised in India through Welsh parents. They were tea farmers. McCabe and Mrs. Miller. Afterglow, Away from Her, Fahrenheit 451. Finding Neverland she was also in. She was in Hamlet in the Kenneth Branagh version
Yeah.
in 1996. But Heaven Can Wait. If you haven't seen that movie, Warren Beatty, Julie Christie, and Jack Warden. Love Jack Warden, which we've had on this list. We had that. He was on the list last week for From Here to Eternity,
Yeah.
and also in 12 Angry Men as well. I love her. Tom Courtenay, he was nominated for an Academy Award as well. He plays the general and also Pavel in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patso, yeah.
Yep. He was in Nichols Nickleby, 45 Years. Last movie he did was the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lily James is in that one, Hannah.
Yes. That's
what we know.
That's how you, yeah.
Yep.
Big Lily James enjoyer over here.
Yeah.
Not me, by the way.
He started in this movie and it was breakthrough role. It's called The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner.
Oh.
And that's where David Lean saw him and then gave him a job out of this. Then Omar Sharif. Now, we already seen Omar in Lawrence of Arabia. And what a career he had. Like, he acted all the way up till his passing. I remember him, like, he was in this horse movie, Hidalgo. I maybe I talked about it when it was Lawrence of Arabia, but it's a really good movie if you haven't seen it. Omar Sharif. And he was also in Funny Girl, which we definitely did talk about when it was
I love
multiple times. Yeah.
yes.
Last person I want to bring up in this one is Rod Steiger. Rod Steiger was off the chain in this movie. Off the chain.
Yeah.
But he was also in The Heat of the Night, which we talked about, and I actually got a great 4K copy of this for my birthday. That is a great movie, and Rod Steiger is also great in that. Academy Award winner, started On the Waterfront, which we also did on the list. Brilliant. He's really good in this. Yep. And every time we talk about Rod Steiger, I have to bring up the specialist stars, Sylvester Stallone and Sharon Stone. He's very funny in that movie. Very funny. Okay, let's talk about production. So, after the novel became an international bestseller, David Lean was tapped on the shoulder to say, "Hey, you've just won an Academy Award for Lawrence of Arabia. I have the rights. This is Carlo Ponti. I want to put Sophia Loren, my wife, in this movie." David Lean goes, "Sure, let's do it." And then gets on a little bit and then says, "Hey, I don't think Sophia's right for this role. I think we should find someone else because she's too tall." But actually, the real reason why Sophia Loren wasn't given this, David Lean goes to his offsiders, "I don't believe that she was ever a virgin."
Oh my God, that's such an awful statement, but okay.
No one would ever believe at 17 she's a virgin. Like, just no one.
Sophia Loren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did Omar Sharif get this role? Right, so Peter O'Toole was asked. He turned it down. Max von Sydow, Paul Newman. Paul Newman had so many things he turned down over the years. Rod Taylor, Australian Rod Taylor, star of The Birds. He was off this role but turned it down. Michael Caine actually tells a story in his autobiography where he did screen tests with Julie Christie, but he had a look at the screen test and he actually said, "No, mate, you should get someone else to just get Omar Sharif." They ended up getting Omar Sharif. Marlon Brando was offered Koromoski's role. I could see actually Marlon Brando
Of course.
in that role. Steiger sort of played. James Mason also offered the role but turned down the part.
I see that too.
Audrey Hepburn was offered Tonya. I could see that as well. I could see that as well. Robert Bolt also offered wanted Albert Finney to play Pasha, which is the general.
Yeah.
I could see that as well. So it was who's who back then. Christie was given the role off Billy Liar from 1963. And he also directed her in Young Cassidy as well. Sharif's son, Tarek, was actually cast as the young Yuri Zhivago. And Sharif directed his son in a way to get closer to his character. So there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so after the great success of filming Lawrence of Arabia in Spain, David Lean goes, okay, well, let's do that again. But you know what happened? The hottest winter in 50 years. So they had to film in like rock quarries and end up moving into Campo de Gamaro near Soria, so they could film like the heavy snow scenes and stuff like that. So, when you want something like, Lawrence of Arabia on ice, you get the hottest temperatures in 50 years. Classic. So he did fight with Nicholas Roeg, and end up getting this such an argument on set, he had to be replaced, and Freddie Young came on board. And it began on the 28th of December 1964, and production ended 8th of October, and they had to get the movie out for Christmas.
Wow.
So there you go. Quick turnaround. You want to go through movies of 1965? Because I think we did this before, but let's just go through it again.
Yeah, we did.
Number 10 was Von Ryan's Express. Number 9 was Shenandoah. Number 8 was What's New Pussycat. Number 7 is Cat Ballou, which Lee Marvin ended up winning an Academy Award for that one, I think.
Yes.
Am I right? I think you might have.
I think.
That Damn Cat was 6. The Great Race was 5, which was my championship holder for that year. Those Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machines, number 4. Number 3, James Bond in Thunderball. Number 2, Dr. Zhivago. And number 1, Sound of Music, which was Hannah's choice of
that was my
championship belt off
championship
from that
belt.
65 year as well. Cat Ballou. Yeah, the Marvin one for Cat Ballou. Beat Lawrence of Arabia, who did Othello, and also Richard Burton. Rod Steiger was nominated for The Pawnbroker. Mountain Bassam won for Best Supporting Actor, which ended up beating Tom Courtenay in Dr. Zhivago. Julie Christie won for Darling. She beat Julie Andrews in Sound of Music, but don't worry, Julie Andrews...
She'd get hers for America.
She'd get hers. She'd get hers. Shelley Winters won for A Patch of Blue. We had Shelley Winters a few weeks ago in a movie. What movie was that? Shelley Winters. It was it Manchurian Candidate? Mm-hmm. Might have been. Ship of Fools. Dr. Zhivago won for art direction. Dr. Zhivago won for cinematography color. Costume design and color. Dr. Zhivago ended up winning. So director went to Robert Wise for Sound Music. Totally see that.
Yeah,
although
sense.
David Lean for Dr. Zhivago, unbelievable.
Yeah, it's tough when both are.
Film editing went for William Reynolds for Sound of Music, and music went to Dr. Zhivago and Maurice Jarre. And Best Picture. So the nominees for Best Picture that year were 1,000 Clowns, which I haven't seen that one. Ship of Fools, Dr. Zhivago. I've seen Darling, and I've seen Sound of Music. And all good nominees. Pretty good year for cinema. So it was the highest grossing movie in Italy.
Yeah.
Highest grossing movie in Germany. In the United Kingdom was the most popular film with over 11.2 million admissions. It was the third highest grossing movie of all time in Australia.
Wow.
And it had a limited release in the UK as well in 2015. So there you go.
That's cool.
Ended up going into competition in Cannes in 1966, even though it was released in 65. Critical reaction. It's okay. So there's two school of thoughts when it comes to this movie. It looks great. Story's terrible. So here's some of the examples. Bosley Crowther, many times on this list. He says, it felt the film focused on the love story of Zhivago and Lara, trivialized the events of the Russian Revolution and resulting Russian Civil War, but was impressed by the film's visuals. The Guardian, Richard Rowd wrote, in the film's revolution, it reduced the series of rather annoying occurrences like getting firewood, finding a seal in the train, and a lot of nasty proles being tiresome. Whatever one thinks of the revolution, Russian Revolution, it's certainly more than a consumer problems. At least it was to Zhivago himself. The whole point of the book was that Zhivago disapproved of the course the revolution took. I think it's understood in the movie that, Zhivago, agreed with the sentiments of the revolution, but didn't agree with how it's gone. But these guys have drawn it down. Brendan Gill of The New Yorker called the film a grievous disappointment. These actors were given nothing except wear costumes and engage in banal small talk.
Wow. So they wanted something
here's
else.
Another one. The best one can say of Dr. Zhivago is that it's an honest failure. Oh, my God.
That's tough.
Yeah. Boris Prostek's sprawling, complex, elusive novel is held together by unity of style, by the driving force of its narrative, by the passionate voice of a poet who weaves a mass diverse characters in single tapestry, and precisely what David Lean's film lacks. I didn't see it that way. I really didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Roger Ebert regarded as an example of superb old sci filmmaking at the service of a soppy romantic vision. Okay, babes. Like, seriously, like, yeah. Sometimes we need romance. Like, a good filmmaking with a little romance. It's just the sugar.
It's the sugar that helps
the medicine go down. Yeah. It was number 39 on the original list and number 7 in AFI 100 passions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Yeah. Also made the BFI list.
Oh, the
British Film Institute list as well. So,
of course.
yeah, amazing. Before we go to hot take, let's just look at reaction recently. IMDb 7.9, Rotten Tomatoes 82, Letterboxd 4 as well. So yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty good. Every Thursday on our channel we do a segment called Clickbait Hot Takes.
That's right.
My hot take last week was when a movie sucks, it should go cheap at the cinemas to get people to go. Or if a movie doesn't do well at the box office, it should go cheap just to get people to go, and then maybe get word of mouth and get more people to the cinemas.
Yeah.
That's my hot take. Hot take for Dr. Zhivago. I've already talked about it a little bit. So
He wants to. This
okay, so
changes the movie.
when
by
I
the
was
way.
when I was watching, when I watched this movie as a kid, I didn't really pick this up, but I picked this up this time when I was watching this movie, and I think this movie, I called it Lawrence of Arabia on Ice, and the reason why I do that is because the love affair between Peter O'Toole and Omar Sharif has been replaced by Julie Christie, and there are some scenes where Julie Christie is in Omar Sharif's arms. She looks the spitting image of Peter O'Toole, and then once you see it, you cannot unsee it, and you're just getting Lawrence of Arabia 2 this time in snow.
This
and
time you can actually see
they're
them.
having like a full-on love affair, which they should have had in Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
Like the piercing blue eyes, the blonde hair, the tan white skin. Oh my God!
Can't help it. Even
She
her
looks
lips looked very much.
yes. So the pouty lips, like she is like. It's not a scoop here. It's not a hot take to say Julie Christie is one of the most attractive people of all time, but in this movie she looks like Peter O'Toole. It's just
Which isn't
Peter O'Toole is
don't
also
like the person, but he was very attractive.
he was attractive guy. He was a drunk, but he was an attractive guy.
Attractive.
And his chemistry. Now, who had better chemistry with Peter O'Toole? With Omar Sharif? Was it Peter O'Toole or was it Julie Christie?
The Peter O'Toole gets the leg up because it's like it's forbidden, and like they shouldn't have chemistry. It's a thing that they shouldn't have chemistry, but they do. And also the movie kind of hints at it, like that they do have something more. Like when he leaves that when Peter O'Toole's about to, like, says he's not staying and he's leaving, and he leaves that room and he's like he's almost in tears. I'm not sure if that.
It's a good movie.
Him and Lawrence of Arabia is so
good movie. So check out Lawrence of Arabia on Ice.
He does do it in this too when she's leaving him and he almost bursts into tears the first time at the hospital.
But when he says, "I'm not going to see you again," and he leaves. Like she's in tears, he's in tears. It's so good.
It's it's passionate.
I love how David Lean films him in some scenes where he doesn't want to. He's got a tough decision to make. He doesn't want to see Omar. It's just darkness, and you just see the piercing eyes that he's got. Just the way she shoots this movie is just unbelievable. Hannah, your hot take for
My hot take?
Dr. Zhivago.
My hot take is that it came watching this movie, and you're like, oh, it's just for inflation, one of the highest grossing, blah blah. I just thought about it. I was like, oh, so we love two things in this world. It's war and romance.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
Our most popular, the most watched, loved movies, even I don't like it myself, Avatar is also a war movie with romance in it.
Yeah.
Or the love of family. We become so attached. Rom-coms are dead because they don't live up to when you finally watch these movies.
You know what another war film is?
Yeah.
Titanic. It's the boat taking on the iceberg.
No.
It's a war between ice and boat.
Gross. Anyway.
Door and water.
You just wanted to bring Titanic into this.
Hey,
you just
it's
want
a good movie.
It's
going to be on the list, I'll tell you that much.
No, not on mine. We'll fight about
it's
that.
It's our list.
We'll fight about it. But particularly, now that I've watched a lot of these more war epics, the ones that are on this list, all the ones with the romance in it, it's always very tragic and hopeful, or just it's so. It helps the film. People don't get it. I don't like the schmaltzy stuff in my war epic. I'm like, you need that because there's so many emotions going around, and sometimes the romance.
Oh, you need a break.
It's a break, but also it helps give the character a little bit more dimension. Then we're at war, gotta fight.
Yeah.
You're
gonna have something to fight for.
We saw it in
Peter O'Toole.
All Quiet on the Western Front. We were just watching war movie, right?
Yeah.
And the characters, you feel for them because they're kids going to war, but there's no real dimension to them. They don't have something they're fighting for. There's no
the camaraderie between the mates.
Yeah, that's the camaraderie, the love, and so I think the better war films have been the ones with epic romance on the side because.
Are you saying Tom Hanks and Matt Damon had no romance in?
No,
that
was all no. That was dead to me. No, I just noticed that we tend to go hand in hand with this war and romance.
Yeah.
And they are some of the best films. They are some of the most watched and the most talked about. And it's just a really beautiful thing. And I don't love it when people go, oh, I don't like the schmaltzy affair. But it's what, do you want to just go with all the hard facts? It's really tough to just go all hard facts when you could have this complex story about a guy's,
But
choices.
also, I don't know, the politics of the Russian Revolution,
I mean, everyone has different, political, understandings and reasonings and stuff.
Yeah.
And also the film is told through the perspective of Alex Guinness, the half brother, his perspective, because he's an undercover.
It's an interesting choice, Alex Guinness in this movie. It's a really interesting choice. It's a really interesting choice.
I think it is just
10 years later, he's in Ben-Obi Kenobi in Star Wars. It's just weird.
Well, he's just cashing a paycheck at that point.
Yeah, no, I think it's just a weird casting. This one, him as Russian as well. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, but
we've
given Sean Connery the part. He played a bunch of different.
We're not here to a negative word about the Scottish Sean Connery as a Russian.
Playing a Russian, playing whatever he was playing in Highlander,
Yeah. Well, that's a bit close. That's a bit close. Scottish Highlander. Yeah, I like.
No. He was playing He wasn't Scottish with.
He was in a Scottish movie, Hannah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry.
Scottish adjacent.
I just noticed that we need to. We're in love with war and romance at the same time. I think that we're supposed to love them at the same time. You're not just gonna. The only war films just don't do it as well as.
Well, let us know in the comments below your thoughts on Dr. Zhivago.
Yeah.
Let us go to Pete and Hannah's review, and let's start with the scene breakdown brought to you by Hannah.
That's
Hannah,
right.
take it away.
I'm taking it away. And we are introduced to Alec Guinness as General Zhivago, searches for the daughter of his half brother, and the woman Larissa Antipova, Lara, she goes by. He believes that a young dam worker, because this is at a dam, could be the missing daughter, Tonya. This may be his niece, and he explains. It goes into
Hydroelectrical plant.
Okay, dam. By the way,
Yeah, but it was a dam for electrical. Let's just get it right, you know?
okay.
Okay.
Let's get the facts right.
Let's get the facts right.
All right.
It's a dam, yeah, it's a dam.
The young woman enters quite scared. The general introduces himself, trying to get answers. She's completely unsure and is not giving him anything at all. And so he starts to recount the life of his half-brother. And it starts off with Yuri as a young child. He watches his mother get buried. He inherits her, what do you call it, like a black liquor? Like, yeah, the guitar.
Yeah,
it's like a little guitar.
Yeah, it's like a mandolin.
Yeah, mandolin. That's yeah. And was taken by family friends Alexander and Anna to Moscow.
What about the smoldering eyes of the young girl Tonya,
Tonya.
loving Yuri, loving Yuri.
Years later, he is becoming a doctor while also writing poetry. So, like his little sidekick. Very cute. Meanwhile, a young Pasha is handing out flyers for the revolution. Lara ends up saving him for some trouble before heading home to study. At home, her mother is entertaining a guest, that is Victor Komorowski, which is our Rod Steiger character, who, upon leaving, is, heavily looking at in Lara's manner, very uncomfortable way.
Well, the question was, how old are you? That's, wow.
Yeah.
That's, wow.
Later, her mother falls ill, so Victor takes Lara to basically a work function. They have dinner, they dance. Even little protesters outside singing did not disturb them in their magical evening together. Leaving and returning home, Victor kisses, more like attacks Lara's mouth. And arriving home, she's feels weird about what just happened, very off-putting and upset, but he is definitely advancing quite quickly on her. Meanwhile, the guards prepared to take out the protesters on the street, charging at them on horseback. And then in the aftermath, the Zhivago watches on hopelessly, and he tries to help out on the streets, but is shunned away and told to go back inside. Tonya returns home, and Zhivago and her parents greet her. She's been away at school. Meanwhile, Zara lets the injured Pasha in her home to take care of him because he was there at the protest. He just pours like a bottle of iodine just straight on his face, like a crazy man. And he asks her to hide a gun. He said that the peaceful demonstrations will not be enough because it's getting serious. So she's hiding a gun for him at her house. Lara goes to church for some guidance, then ends up in Victor's arms. As a brother, she is seeing him late at night. Creepy, in like a very promiscuous outing. Hiding from their mother and keeping their affair a secret. Very creepy. And she's 17, by the way. Anyway, just wanted to add that note.
That was a go light for Pashka. This was an absolute go light.
For Victor, yeah. No,
Victor,
he was just like... he sees her in this red gown and they're secretly meeting. It's just like, yeah, creepy. Boris, so unfortunately, the mother does find out. Boris and Yuri come to assist in helping Victor with Lara's mother, who drank poison to commit suicide. Luckily, she does survive. And this is when Yuri first sees Lara and sharing a very weird, intimate moment with Victor because she's, in shock over her mother, but also she's secretly, with Victor. Lara, Victor, and Pasha end up meeting and engage, and they are discussing whether they're discussing for Lara's hand in marriage. Victor warns her not to marry that guy. Enraged, not listening to her, he takes her to bed and takes her, basically, in that moment. Fed up with his treatment, Lara ends up grabbing a gun and heads to the Christmas party where Victor will be. Yuri is very happy with Tonya and is about to announce their engagement at the said party. But a shot rings out and Lara only wounds Victor. And, everyone's shocked. Pasha walks in, just grabs her and walks straight out. And Yuri is just in awe and just shocked about what happens, but he ends up treating Victor's wounds as well at the party. And they have a weird little heart-to-heart. Very gross. Very gross.
Steiger plays a great sleazebag. He plays an awesome sleazebag. I don't know much about Steiger in his personal life, but he plays an awesome sleazebag. Awesome.
It does, yes.
Hopefully he was a method, because he plays an absolute sleazebag in most things.
It's now World War One, and what we find out is Alec Guinness' character goes undercover. He details what's happening during the war, and while Yuri is now married to Tonya and becomes a battlefield doctor, or while Lara and Pasha got married and moved away, but Pasha, of course, enlists because, revolution, You want to say
the fact that in this movie, Alec Guinness is like undercover person to stir up the people. They got new boots, but those boots will turn old and they will come off the front, and we'll turn them around, and then we'll start our own revolution.
Yeah, I know.
And even like them saying this is a war for rich people. It's all the rich people fighting the war, and they're not fighting. It's all us. Like the echoes of that and what happens right now is so different. And like all this, like there's a lot of there's a lot of communist bashing in this movie, but the rich having too much and the poor not having enough, like a lot of those things are happening in this movie as well. Like it's just like it's a tale as old as time. Like it just never changes.
There's a lot of history repeating itself. It's very upsetting. So Pasha enlists and mysteriously goes missing on the battlefield. Lara ends up journeying as a nurse to go find him, and she actually ends up crossing paths with Yuri, helping him. They actually get along quite well and are forced to start working in a makeshift overcrowded hospital together. They also find out that the Tsar is in prison and Lenin is in Moscow at this time. Yuri ends up sending a letter to his wife.
Because Lenin was exiled because he and his brother tried to overthrow the Tsar, and so he got exiled, and then once the Tsar was in prison, he came back and became the leader, and he was the leader for a few years, and Stalin took over after Lenin's death.
Thank you for the history lesson. I love it. He sends a letter to his wife, and even in the letter, he speaks of Lara in this letter very fondly. And he doesn't know that Anna, who is Tonya's mother, is unfortunately dead. Yuri is it's almost painful for him to leave Lara. The pair formed a very close relationship. And, they don't want to part, but she's like, you haven't done anything wrong. You can't lie to your wife. Don't lie about me,
Yeah.
It's like they're close.
That goes out the door soon.
So he could be emotionally cheating at this point. That's what he's doing right now. Anyway, so he does remain faithful to his wife. So he ends up returning home finally, but to now occupied by the Soviet government with other families, his own home, the place he's lived in. And he's not welcomed in his return home at all. Even though he's a doctor, he's being paid in rations. He's basically just another cog in the machine. At night, that's when the brothers first see each other. He sees his brother steal some wood, choosing not to arrest him, but at home in their room, when Yuri returns, he sees their room being pulled apart, being pillaged by everyone, taking things. Their room is too big because, they shouldn't have that many square foot because there's only the four of them. The brother, now an officer, tells Yuri his poems, actually stops it. He leaves the family by themselves, and so he gets to meet. They have a little family reunion.
Because his brother is like a part of the secret police.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this helps them in that sense, but also that's when he tells Yuri that his poems have been condemned as anti-communist.
Yep.
And he really should be getting out with him and his family.
Yeah.
And he'll provide them documents so they can travel to their country home in Varanuk, where a past 3 years.
Yeah, well, and then we get like just the most harrowing train journey of all time. Oh my God.
Yes, this train journey, where only 50 can be in a cabin at a time, and they're told how to live in it. It's basically just 50 people eating boiled potatoes, and that's it.
And then like the bedding is like straw. If they don't have straw, they have to turn it over.
Yep.
They have to burn the straw and get it out of the cabin. Like it's just harrowing.
Oh, wow.
And 50 people in that small space, just unbelievable.
Oh, it's scary. All while Commander Streltsnikov is fighting anti-communist white forces at the time.
Yeah.
Along the way, they notice in this harrowing train ride. Along the way, they notice a burnt village and help a woman with a dead baby get on board the train. She's just an old lady that had a dead baby. She just kind of we expect she might have used it as a ticket to get on the train.
Yep.
Because they were sympathetic and let her on.
Yep.
The train stops near Shestnikov's armored train. Yuri ends up getting out.
This is a funny scene, this movie.
He just gets out. He's like
gets out, have a look,
around.
gets taken in, gets questioned.
Gets questioned.
We've met before.
Yes, and this is where Yuri immediately recognizes him, and he's paranoid of how do you know? Because you have to be working for someone, blah blah blah. But he mentions that night on Christmas and at the Christmas party, and that he knows Lara and where she lives is now white occupied. So he will not be Streltsnikov, who was Pasha, will not be going back because that's who it was. Pasha is Streltsnikov. So strange, but he made it very clear that he would choose this life over anything else.
Yep.
He lets Zhivago actually return back to his train.
Yeah. And it's just leaving.
Yeah, it's just leaving. And the family... And not only that, they're going straight to where they need to go, which is Varanuk.
Yeah.
When they return, they meet their guy. They take him to the house. Their main house that they used to live in has been sealed up.
Yep.
They cannot open it, it's no longer owned by them anymore. So they settle in the neighboring cottage. They're living actually quite nice life. Actually, little Yuri and their son Sasha and Tanya and the father, they're all enjoying themselves.
Yeah, they're farming,
Life is great.
Yeah.
Up until they're starting to notice Yuri is quite distant. There's nothing, he's yearning for something. And that's because of when he found out.
He's learning for Lara.
When he found out that Lara is nearby, in a nearby town, he's kind of hoping to go see her. So they go, hey, why don't you go into town? There's a nice, library there. Because Tanya and the father both know he's had, feelings elsewhere. And they've kind of just allowed him to follow his heart in a weird way. It's a strange relationship they have, but they know there's nothing they can do about it.
But they also know he's like an intellectual and it needs to be stimulated by books and stuff like that. And St. Petersburg has a great library.
He hasn't been writing, and his heart may lie elsewhere, and they just don't. There's nothing they can. There's nothing that they could provide for him right there and then.
Yep.
So when he goes into town, guess who he sees? If not Lara. And they begin this spicy affair together. They immediately jump each other's bones. It's not that long after.
Yeah, there's not much to do about it.
So what happens is, time passes, and Tonya is actually about to give birth to their second child, and that's when Yuri is like, okay, I gotta break.
Can't do it.
I can't have both.
Yeah.
I can't have both.
And the second harrowing thing happens.
It's crazy because he's like living a second life basically at Lara's with her child.
Yeah.
And so they break it off. He's like, no, we can't be together. And he breaks her heart right then.
Yeah.
And he's returning home, and they're worried. Tonya is worried that he will stay with Lara.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know what's going to happen. And unfortunately, on his way back, he is captured once again. This guy gets captured a lot.
And he has to be a doctor for the people on the front.
Partisans, he is forced to be a doctor, and it's not great.
And he's a war guy for a while. Until he deserts, and then you get more harrowing scenes. Oh my god!
It's the craziest thing. Yeah, he's forced, and then he just, he's riding along with them. It's freezing cold.
Yeah.
Like this is like snow.
Has anyone looked like more near death than Omar Sharif
in this movie? It's crazy, and he just takes his horse in a different direction. And just starts
Makeup
going
is
back.
amazing, eh? Makeup.
And he loses the horse. He just keeps running.
Yeah.
He is running through the snow. He sees people. He thinks it's his wife at one stage,
Yeah.
Tonya. It's not. He keeps going until he finally returns back. And he wants to know if his wife is at the cottage still, which he hears she's not. So he goes straight to Lara's place, which she left a note thinking, oh, I heard you may have returned. Guess what? I will go there, but if you're not, you can stay in the house. I have boiled potatoes there. And it's like, wow, okay, crazy. Like she planned for him. She knew he was coming back. And even though she knew he was coming back, she nursed him back to health, and she gives him the letter that was left by Tonya. Tonya did see Lara and asked him to give him this. And it was a letter describing the fact, you had a girl, and, we're okay, but we're going to be leaving to Paris.
Because they're being deported.
Because they're being deported.
Because they were part of the bourgeois.
And we don't know if we can bring you along either if you're there.
No chance of getting out.
There's no chance for him.
But he never wanted to leave Mother Russia. Never wanted to leave.
Oh,
He loved the Russia.
And anyway, Yuri and Lara actually just start, living together again. But then that's when they have a third person come back into their lives, and that is Victor.
Out of nowhere.
He arrives.
Seriously, that guy's got more lives.
They've been watching because Lara's marriage to Streshnikov. She was married to...
Still married to that guy.
She was married to that guy, and she was like, no, I'm not. I was married to Pasha.
Yeah.
Well, they're the same guy. Victor offers them, hey, we can escape Russia together.
Yeah.
But they refuse because they don't like him.
They don't trust that guy.
They don't trust him there's no way. They don't like him. They're not going to do it. And so even though they're both basically wanted at this point, they know the end is coming. So why don't we just go to the house and Vernikov and just live. Yeah. Live as long as we can. And this is... Yeah, they're just living.
Creates the poems for Lara.
They're living in this frozen palace together because this place is
hilarious.
It's like Elsa, just
it's Mr. Freeze's lair.
It's Mr. Freeze's lair from Batman and Robin, and this is when Yuri finally gets the artistic urge again, and he begins writing the Lara poems. And it's these beautiful, but
how do we know? We didn't get anyone reading any of this out.
No,
how do we know?
From their emotion.
Sure.
Victor finally arrives.
Oh man!
With the troops, he's a Republic official. He can do what he wants.
Sure.
And he's like, "This is your last chance." Basically trying to, they're going to take her out now that Streshnikov is now finally gone. He's dead and gone. He tried to actually come back to Lara, but we don't know for sure. And he did end up killing himself.
Because he was going to get executed. Yes.
And so he took his own life. Victor's offer is the safe passage. Lara doesn't want to go unless, of course, Yuri's coming. Yuri says, yeah, of course, we'll go together. Oh, there's not enough of us that can fit on the sled. Don't worry, I'll be in the sled. I'll take the other one behind. And he doesn't go with them. And he gives her the bashika,
Yeah.
And they go off, and he runs upstairs. He bashes the window open just to see them off.
Yeah.
See them to safety, you know, because he knows, like, that's the last time we probably will ever see them again.
Safety.
And Lara on the train tells Victor, like, she had to do this. It was the duty of a mother.
Yeah.
Not just for her daughter in her arms. It's that she's pregnant with Yuri's child.
Love it.
Years later, that's when Yuri finds the Moscow medical job for his frail half-brother. He's not doing well.
Yeah.
You know, he's had a tough life. Yuri sees...
Weak in heart.
It's weak in heart. Yuri actually gets to see Lara on the street. Oh, but he suffers a fatal heart attack before reaching her.
Wow.
How tragic.
Didn't know.
Oh, it eats at you. It's so tragic.
Like, when I first saw that scene, I thought, it's just a picture, like it's just like the old Tonya one in the snow. But then it actually really is Lara. Like, wow.
Oh. At Yuri's funeral, you know, so many gathered.
The brother was he was even
there.
though the poems are banned.
Even though his poetry's banned, poems stay with people, and people love poets.
Yeah.
And Lara asks Yuri to help finding their daughter, because, you know, it's Yuri's daughter, who vanished during the Civil War. And he helped her search. He even kind of fell a little love for this girl.
Wow.
But she then disappears and believes that she died in a camp
One of the camps,
somewhere.
yeah.
Poor thing. Like, no, we don't know. And then Yuri, that's when we get to the present. Yuri believes that Tanya is Yuri and Lara's daughter. She remains unconvinced, but she asks he asks, like, how did you become lost? And her father, who was obviously probably Victor at the time, let go of her hand while they were running from bombs hitting them and fire.
Classic.
Engulfing their houses. Victor. He just let her go.
But, like, he was really sold on the fact that when she was walking away that she had the Balashnikov, like...
Yeah, Yuri responds that his real father would not have let go. Tanya promises to consider his words.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend David arrives to, you know, see them off. He notices that she's carrying the baklava, and he asks if she can play, and David replies, she's an artist. And she says she's untrained. Yuri responds, then it's a gift.
Reasons to see Dr. Zhivago. Man, David Lean, he just knows how to make a movie. It's just absolutely brilliant. It looks great. And the romance between Omar Sharif and Julie Christie, reason not to see this. If you want to see the Russian Revolution, this is not the movie for you. Deserves to be on the list. Yes, I can't believe
it was taken off.
Can't believe it was taken off. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised it was. Would you buy this on Blu-ray or 4K? Man,
yep.
Yes, 100%. I'd love this. I would watch this movie many, many, many times over. It is a very, very good movie from 1965. And the rating for this one, man, I think it's an all-time classic.
I think it's an all-time classic too. Even though it's my first time watching it, I was just like, this is a really great film. Why are we not...
I can watch it again right now.
Like, I know people get, like, why is it so sappy? I'm like, people like freaking Titanic.
I love sappiness.
I'm sorry. And that's allowed on the list.
I'm sappiness, and it'll be on our list too.
Yeah.
Dr. Zhivago. Well, special episode. That is all the movies from the original AFI list that we're going to do. There's a couple of movies that... Nope. So
they're gone.
We're going to go through both lists next week.
Yes.
And we're going to eliminate them. And we're going to work out how many movies from the modern day and movies that we think they've overlooked in the past. And we're going to create our own list. And we're going to go through those movies. Hannah's going to have half the list, and I'm going to have the other half of the list. And then we will go week by week. And it'll be a surprise each week what movie we're going to do next. And then Hannah, we're going to create the ultimate list where we're going to break it down from 100 to 1, finding out the ultimate AFI Redux list.
Yeah, it's going to be a... Wow.
It's a labor of love, this AFI Redux. That is our episode on Dr. Zhivago. Let us know in the comments below what your thoughts on Dr. Zhivago are.
Yeah.
That is my lovely co-host Hannah. Long live cinema, and until we meet again, it's bye for now.